Today we're heading to Modern to see if we can meld Urza Lord Protector with a Might Stone and the Weak Stone. But we're not just doing this in like blue light control or whatever. No. We're playing full on Urza Tribal with every Urza theme card possible. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Against the Odds. So last week, we had all the new meld cards from Brothers War on a poll. In the end, it was Urza winning, but the twist to this poll is we're not trying to meld in Standard or even in Pioneer Historic, we're melding in Modern, and in the end, it was Urza winning pretty easily. And I heard some people, they're a little worried, like, oh, Urza, you're just gonna play blue control, play Teferis, a bunch of counter spells, try to meld eventually. And while we could do that to try to meld Urza, we got a much more against the odds plan for today. We are playing full-on Urza Tribal. We got every Urza, pretty much every Urza card to support our plan. So let's talk about our Urza Tribal deck and see if it's possible to win in Modern, playing basically every Urza card in existence. So our main goal, of course, meld Urza Lord Protector with the Might Stone and the Weak Stone, get one of the most busted planeswalkers of all time. But we don't just have Urza Lord Protector. We literally have every Urza in existence. Urza Lord High Artificer can spin into our other pieces, can make mana to help flip Urza Lord Protector. Urza Power Stone Prodigy, not super good, just an uncommon Urza, but the looting's not bad. The Power Stones can help flip our Urzas. And then Urza Prince of Krug. We do have some ways to make some artifact creatures, especially the construct tokens that we see from Urza Lord High Artificer. It's a way to pump them and even make copies of our other artifacts. So that's our Urza package. But the Urza fun doesn't end there. We have Urza Saga, of course, which tells the story of Urza, probably the most busted card in our deck. Really strong. We got Urza's Command, another way to make constructs and maybe a Power Stone and do some scrying and drawing. We got Karn, Scion of Urza, another way to make a bunch of constructs and draw cards. And it keeps going. We got a Liberator Urza Battlecopter to flash in our colorless stuff. We have one each of Tron, Urza's Power Plant, Urza's Mine, Urza's Tower. I tried to build a full-on Tron version of this deck, and the mana we couldn't cast our Urzas. We didn't have enough colored mana to really make it work. So I ended up going one of each Tron land. So the odds of us actually assembling Tron, not extremely high in this deck, but it could happen. Plus, it's pretty good Urza flavor. So we just got all the Urza stuff. Backing up our Urza stuff, it's mostly a bunch of cheap artifacts. If you think about what Urza does, what Karn Scion of Urza does, we're mostly making these construct tokens, and these constructs just want a ton of artifacts on the battlefield. So Esper Sentinel gives us something to do on turn one, maybe draws us some cards. Moonsnare Prototype, Springleaf Drawn help ramp us into our Urza plays. Also put artifacts on the battlefield. Ether Spellbomb, Shadow Sphere, Soul Guide Lantern, good targets for Urza's Saga. Portable Hole, an artifact that's also removal, so it grows our constructs and get rid of our opponent's stuff. So that's the rest of the deck. In the mana base, we already talked about most of it. Urza Saga, one of our most busted Urzas. A bunch of mana fixing, couple channel lands, Tron lands in the sideboard. We get a bunch more cheap artifacts. We get a bunch more removal, and then we get even more Urza's cards. Urza's Silex, Urza's Ruinous Blasts, Sweepers, and my favorite, Urza's Armor. 6 mana artifact. When a source deals damage to us, it's reduced by 1. So if we run into some deck that's trying to go wide with 1/1 tokens or grape shot us out of the game, this is our super secret deck to bring in and stonewall our opponent's combo with an Urza card. So that is our deck. All the Urza's cards. Can we meld? Can we win with all the Urzas? Let's jump into a Modern League and find out. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap up. Need some Brothers War cards? And snag them from our awesome sponsor, Card Kingdom, over at cardkingdom.com/MTG Goldfish. Against the odds time, we are Urza Tribaling in Modern. Seeing if we can flip our new Urza, but also playing all the Urzas and basically every Urza related card. This hand, I mean, it's got a lot of Urzas. 2 Urza Sagas, Urza Lord Protector, High Artificer. We'll keep it. See what our opponent's up to. Razor Tidebridge, go. Opponent, Blood Crypt, and are we getting Thoughtseize? Sounds like something a Rakdos deck would do. All right, Thoughtseize. I mean, I guess the good news about Urza Saga, other than it just being busted, is you can't Thoughtseize it. Oh, this might be one of those dirty Urza Saga games. Don't really have any idea what our opponent takes here, honestly. It really just depends on their hand. Like, do they care about a counter? How much removal do they have? Can they beat an Urza Saga or 2? Not that they can take those anyway, but really thinking. All right, goes with probably the most busted Urza. Lord High Artificer. Might Stone, ooh, the meld. We have actually achieved the meld. All right, Urza Saga. Might as well play their Mightstone and play the Moonstone prototype. Pass the turn. And now we make some constructs, I guess. I think we gotta change the name from Karnstructs to Urzastructs. That doesn't sound as good though. Kanzas? No, that's probably where, opponent wants in on the Urza action. Urza Saga of their own. And, the combo. Okay, Power Stone Conduit can remove the counters from the Urza Saga. So our opponent's we're playing Urza Tribal, and our opponent's Urza Saga is going to be better than ours, which is kind of embarrassing. A Ganjo, apparently. All right, play the land. I think we wait until next turn. We want to maximize the amount of Urza Saga value that we get out of these. Pass the turn, make a construct, end step. I mean, so our opponent's going to be able to get more value out of Urza Saga, but in theory, I bet our Urzastructs, Kanzas, they're going to be bigger, the tokens, I think, hopefully, because we have a lot of artifacts in our deck, presumably more than our opponent does. So it might be one of those weird games where we're both just kind of like passing and making constructs. I really want to flip this Urza. Maybe we can use Urza Saga to make the constructs and get the removal out of our opponent's hand. Passes. Urzastruct number 1. And, Urza's command. That could be good eventually. Make another construct. Urza Saga's so insane. This card's so ridiculous. So land's just putting like 10 power on the battlefield. All right, well, not anymore because our opponent has Bolt, but that's fine. That's a Bolt that's not going after our actual Urzas. So we make another construct, tutor up, probably just Springleaf Drum. The mana seems necessary here with us having a Urza's command in hand. Making another blue mana seems helpful. We will pass the turn. All right, let's see if we can run our opponent out of card. Wow, that removal spell means our opponent doesn't get to Urza Saga. Well, Urza Saga is not as good if you don't bother to activate it. That does make it worse. Our opponent does get to do sweet. Oh, okay, so I guess that's probably worth it. So the opponent kills both of our constructs. We could Metallic Rebuke. Yeah, let's do that. That seems good. Our opponent's presumably just going to be doing Urza Saga stuff, so what else are we going to counter? So we might as well keep a construct. It is a clock. Opponent's at 14 thanks to their own mana base. Like, it doesn't take that many turns of constructing, especially if you make another one with Urza Saga, Urza's command. So now opponent gets to do their shenanigans. You put the trigger on this deck for the third lore counter. Before it resolves, you can make the use the power conduit, remove the counter. You get to tutor, but you get to keep the Urza Saga. So opponent makes a construct. Now they get to remove the counter. Put a +1/+1 counter on the construct. It is a sweet synergy. It is cool. I don't know. It's never really developed into a legitimate tier deck or anything, but it is a neat trick. I think the problem is you need more synergies than just Urza Saga, I think, for Power Conduit to be worth it. Fable the Mirror Breaker kind of works too. Like loot every turn or whatever, make a goblin or whatever. Can we Urza and 1, 2, 3 tap? If we draw a land, I think we can Urza and make a construct. Shadow Sphere. Oh, okay. Another one. Urza Saga's everywhere. Passes. Mightstone and Weakstone. That might mean we're doing nothing but Urza Sagaing this turn. It feels so bad, but sadly, I think getting in some damage and making another construct's probably the best plan. Get in, hit ya. Please block. Yeah, all right. Well, we're gonna make the construct anyway. Get in a little bit more damage. Might as well. So opponent takes 5 down to 9 for now, although they do have the Shadow Sphere. So I get to gain back some life. Opponent triggers some sagas. Well, you asked for Urzas, and we have Urzas everywhere. Opponent's got them, we got them. Can we meld someday? I just really want to meld. All right, opponent, same trick, removes the counter, grows the construct, gets to tutor, gets a Mishra's Research Desk. Okay, little card advantage. Yeah, that's fine. Unless they're just desperate for lands. Didn't they kind of mismanage their constructs or their sagas? Okay, good. Wow, they're not going to get any constructs out of it? I mean, I guess they're at 9, so I got to do something. Like, if we just kill this construct, they would lose. So, opponent, okay. Lifelinking construct, Blood Crypt untapped. Combat hits us, gain 7. I mean, we can get removal with this Urza Saga. Down to 13. And opponent passes. Come on, land. Metallic Rebuke. All right, well, I mean, make a construct. I mean, we could get our own Shadow Sphere, but I think we're just going to bounce our opponent's token. So get an Ether Spell Bomb. Go attack it. Our opponent does need to do something here. We are currently presenting lethal. So opponent needs removal, which means they can't make a construct, or they need to make a construct at chump block. Opponent makes a construct. Gotta do some chumping. Wow, opponent decides to die. Okay. I mean, that is a legal choice. I assumed our opponent needed to do something, but I assumed our opponent wanted to live. Make a construct, not block, take lethal is also allowed. Because we're an Urza Saga deck, we're not super set up to fight Urza Sagas. The Pithing Needle can help, but if we Pithing Needle, that also shuts down our Urza Sagas, which is awkward. I guess we just try to fight the power conduits. Like Prismatic Ending, Graveyard Hate, I don't think really does much. Well, I mean, that was a win. One of those awkward wins where our literal Urzas just sat in our hand. Portable Hole? It does get Power Conduit. Yeah, actually, maybe counters are just the worst. Let's run it like that. All right, game 2. Opponents on the play. Double Esper Sentinel, eh? And double Urza. Okay, well, I mean, I guess we're doing that again. Opponent also got to pay a little attention to their type. I mean, it's only game 2, but we're at 22-18. Opponent's at 17-30. So opponent is already like 5 minutes behind after one game. Blood Crypt for our opponent. Untapped and Thussies. Inquisition, pretty much the same. Cannot take the Mightstone. Maybe we actually get to Mightstone and Weakstone this game. Although because we got these sagas, this might be kind of like last game. Hopefully the Esper Sentinels are good. That would be super helpful. Opponent takes Moonsnare Prototype. All right, I mean, I guess that keeps us from ramping into Mightstone and Weakstone, so it makes some sense. If we're gonna draw Plains, might as well get down to Esper Sentinel. Esper Sentinel, the earlier the better. Would love to draw a card off of it, but even if we just tax our opponent, that's still fine. And presumably going to pay the 1. All right, so all the discard. Well, now I assume they just take the other Esper Sentinel. 2 Esper Sentinels does make it tough to actually pay. And if you're gonna like cast a Fatal Push and pay 2 and skip your turn, that's still a win for us. Opponent's gotta get rid of this upkeep stop. Attic Waste. Since we drew a non-Urza Saga untap land, I think we just Saga. Hit you with the Sentinel. Run out the Urza Saga. Urza number 1, technically. Cheaty Urza, but it counts. Also on the Urza Saga plan. Well, that's a good answer to Esper Sentinel. Ooh, that's also very good with Urza Saga. So opponents just like, they're essentially just an Urza Saga deck, I guess. Remove the counters, get it back from the graveyard. All right, Esper Sentinel down. We find another artifact land. I mean, the artifact lands being tapped's a little awkward, but they do grow our Urza Strux. Opponents are getting down to 14. A lot of damage off their own deck. Swamp for our opponent. What is that? Oh, they still have a Ren activation. If we make the construct now, Ren just snipes it. All right, Solo Engraves gets back the Bloodstain Mire. Although, you know what? Mightstone and Weakstone can kill this, can it? All right, opponent gets back a land. Opponent. Was that even good? I mean, I guess it puts it into play. So yeah, that's better than renting it. All right, make a construct. Untap. Draw a Urza's Command. Well, make a construct. Grow the constructs, tutor up. So Pithing Needle could stop Ren or our opponent's Urza Sagas, but also our Urza Sagas. Life gain from Shadowsphere, Ether Spellbound, all of these cards do something. I think our best bet's try to get to this Mightstone and Weakstone and get rid of the Solar Wind Grace probably. Let's go that direction and then just play the Razor Tide Bridge, grow the construct big enough to attack. Opponent's at 14. Ren or face? We're gonna go face. Oh, I hope I don't regret this. I mean, just player removal is also Ren and 6 removal and Soul of Windgrace removal and Urza Saga removal. Opponent only has 2 cards in hand. They're gonna lose their Saga. They make a construct. They can get it back, I guess, with multiple things. We'll see. Yeah, hopefully we don't get punished for that. In our dream world, what we want to have happen here is just like kill the Mightstone and Weakstone, attack you for 10, kill ya. So there is upside here. The problem is if our opponent has removal and stabilizes, they can just keep getting back this Urza Saga like forever. I assume they probably get Shadowsphere, which that makes the winning in 1 turn plan less likely as well. Well, we'll see. Maybe we should have taken the safer route of going after the red. All right, there's the Shadowsphere. This is going to be close. Actually, Soul Windgrace is kind of busted, isn't it? That can get back our Urza Saga, so I can get double Saga here. Oh, geez. Opponent goes attacking. Okay, gets their Urza. That's better. Yeah, if they got back Urza Saga with Ren and then got ours with the Lord Windgrace, whew, that would be a problem. All right, well, opponent gains some life. It's us. We can still kill the Soul of Windgrace, which is good. Cracks the Bloodstain Mire. Gets back the land. and passes. Okay, well, I mean, I think we just kill the Soul Windgrace. Drawing cards would be sweet, but we can't let this keep going off. Do we add a card waste? Or Urza Saga is the question. I think we Urza Saga. Urza Saga, Springleaf Drum, tap a construct, kill the Windgrace. And then we also, the mana for Mightstone and Weakstone does work with Urza Saga, so it does kind of do things here. Mightstone and Weakstone, the cause of all this Brothers Warring. Definitely killing the Windgrace. Go to combat. We're sticking to the plan. We're sticking to the, rightly or wrongly at this point, we're committed to player removal. All right, Fatal Push. So, all right, maybe we should have killed the red. On second thought, we should have just killed the red. They only had 2 cards in hand though. Opponent cracks the Bloodstained Fire, gets a Stomping Grounds, untapped. No regard for the life total. Oh boy. Oh, we definitely should have killed the red. Now our opponent can Besage us every turn. Okay. Yeah, this is an issue. Takes up the Saga. Not sure we can beat red getting back Besage every turn. Our entire deck, a big chunk of it dies to Besage. I guess it's thinning our deck to make it more likely we draw Urzas, but opponent's got to be careful though. They're down to 11 minutes. 11 minutes. And this game does not look close to actually being over. It's going to be hard for us to win from here, but you never know. It only takes 1 turn of flipping Urza. We haven't found Urzas other than Urza Saga, and I guess there's Urza's Command, good old Urza's Command. Does this need to make a tapped construct? I guess it would be very strong if it was untapped, but what are we doing? Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Another good card for Power Conduit. Makes the Goblin, and even if we draw a Portable Hole, they can just Besage it. Yes, Ren's a problem. Now that Besage showed up, Ether Spellbomb. So we can Spellbomb bounce something. Opponent can Besage the construct. We can't really also Urza's Command though. I guess we can if they kill the construct. No, play the land. Okay, here comes Besage. Blows up the construct. Well, we will tap it. Bounce a Goblin. I mean, our opponent won't know that we have a construct this turn, so maybe the surprise Urza's Command construct can do something. Well, grab a tap land. Ship the turn. I think we need 4 mana Urza. Like, make a construct and just start spinning off the Mightstone to see if we can hit Meld Urza, maybe. All right, opponent cracks fetch, gets land. Yeah, opponent's deck can do some grinding. That's for sure. This is our fault. We should have killed the red. Totally regretting. I think I said it at the time too. Yeah, went a tiny bit too aggro maybe. I mean, in a lot of matchups, it probably would be fine, but our opponent's so embracing Ren here with Besages and with Urza Sagas. Ooh, Haywire Might. Aw, this keeps getting worse. It might be getting close to scoop time. We're kind of just locked because of this Besage Ren. Oh no, and a Seasoned Pyromancer. Yeah, we're more or less just locked. Seasoned Pyromancer draws some more cards. Takes up Ren, gets Besage. We've seen this before. Opponent passes. Well, go Urza's Command. Find us something that doesn't die to Besage, please. Scry one. Make a Urza Struct. Haywire Might's really good. I don't know what our opponent's really thinking about. I guess I can blow up the Mightstone and Weakstone or something. As per Sentinel, not great at the moment. Well, another Mightstone and Weakstone at least is a draw to. That's something. And we get the Construct and more lands. Well, okay, Mightstone and Weakstone. Drawing cards. See if we can hit some actual Urzas. All right, number 2. Draw 2. Come on, Magic Gods. Okay, that's cool. Oh, but they have so many answers. We have the Meld, but they have Besage and Haywire Might. We'll play the Urza. There's just too many layers of protect. I was trying to think like, okay, is there any way that we can wait and like get them by surprise? But with Besage and this Haywire Might, there's very, very, very little chance that we're going to be able to like get our opponent tapped down and surprise flipping Urza. They just have so many answers that we know about to the Mightstone and Weakstone. Okay, we're finally, does it even matter at this point? Do we even attack? They just block, and they can block Seasoned Pyromancer and Construct and kill it. This is just a bad spot. I don't think it's worth it. That's the turn. We can channel the Atwara. All right, there goes our Construct. Sure. I don't think we're going to win this game. It seems unlikely, but our opponent is really playing slowly. To the point where they have to be getting a little nervous as to whether they can actually finish game 3. I don't think that's a guarantee that they can finish game 3. Ugh. All right, terminate, kills the Urza. That might just do it. We know, they just have too many answers. I mean, we're not literally dead here. The other thing is they can actually, if they want to, they can ultimate Ren, and then they have infinite terminates and fatal pushes. Mishra's research desk. I wonder if that's worth it. It's not in our colors, which probably makes it worse that we can't unearth it, but all right, equips the Shadow Sphere, gonna gain back some life. 5, 6, 7. Well, I mean, I guess we just bounce the construct. We might be fighting a unwinnable battle here, though. All right, construct down. Well, let's see what we draw. We need an Ugin, but we're not playing Ugin. Ugin would be good, though. Oh, okay. I mean, Urza is really good. That probably is our strongest card at the moment. So we can play it and spin it and see what happens. Make a dork. 1, 2, 3, 4. Combo. Might Stone and Weak Stone mana. Works for abilities. Oh, here we go. Show us that Ugin that we were not playing. Urza, spin it to win it. It do. That literally doesn't do anything. Without the right colors of mana, it can exile a 0. Yeah, that probably does it. Well, on to game 3. Yeah, we got like kind of locked. Oh, we should have killed that Ren. We should have killed that Ren. Or at least attacked it. I don't know if we would have. Maybe they trade Lord Windgrace for it, but we should have attacked it. Do we want to change anything? So we know now we got to stop the Ren. Like Soul Guide Lantern, maybe. I don't know if our deck was set up poorly. Let's bring one more counter. I don't know if our deck was set up poorly or if we just made a mistake by not going after the Ren. All right, here we go. Ooh, Urza hand. That's a double Urza hand. We don't have the Might Stone and Weak Stone, but we got the Urza curve. Untap land. Moonsnare prototype. Go. These bridges a little slow at the moment. Den of the Bugbear. Opponent. Ragavan. Well, we got the answer for that. We're not going to get Monkey Snowballed, thankfully. Ooh, Urza Saga. Well, Portable Hole. Get rid of the Ragavan. Play the Urza Saga. Urza Saga is so busted that it kind of is like dominating this Urza tribal deck a little bit, which is awkward. It's just like so strong, but it says Urza in the name, so we have a good excuse. Opponent Overgrown Tomb, tapped. Okay, and nothing? Oh, that's wonderful news. Well, another Lord Protector is fine. I mean, that's something that we can use to replace the first one once it gets killed. Probably Fable the Mirror Breaker. Something else to keep in mind, opponents under 7 minutes now. We're at 14. So opponent's gonna have to keep their clock in mind, or they are at some risk of timing out, depending on how this game goes. We're gonna get aggro with these constructs. We get to make a 4/4. We untap. We draw planes. So we make another 4/4. We tutor up. Yeah, let's just Ether Spellbomb. Shadow Sphere would also be good. But let's just Spellbomb, get rid of the Goblin, play the Artifact land, hit you for 6. This puts our opponent under a lot of pressure. This is a lot of pressure. Opponent needs removal, like a lot of removal. They do get to Fable the Mirror Breaker, or Urza Saga is just so ridiculous. Our opponent's technically dead next turn, unless they can do something. And I'm sure they can do something. They got a ton of cards in hand. Discard the Mox Amber, but if our opponent doesn't do anything, we just like play Urza, pump our constructs, attack you for 14. Worst case, or I guess best case, we actually are going to get to play some Urzas next turn, which is sweet. Opponent untapped land. So we just straight up have lethal at the moment. Potable Hole. Well, go to combat. So we can run out Urza first, I guess. This does grow the constructs, but it also decreases our odds of Urza living. But I mean, we are in close out the game mode, so... Well, all right, here we go. What do you got about it? How many answers you got? Here they come. 2 big constructs. Fatal Push kills a construct. Well, that's all our opponent needs to stay alive. All right, Fatal Push again. Well, those constructs didn't do much. No, not the Urza. Not the Urza. Beseju's. Wow. Opponent killed all 3 constructs. Well, we'll get the tap land. I mean, our Urza's alive, though. So worst case, we can start spinning Urza. And anything could happen. You never know. We really want Might Stone and Weak Stone. If we find Might Stone and Weak Stone, I feel like we have a shot to actually meld this match. That's an issue. The Ren Beseju lock again. Sees. Takes the Portable Hole. All right, Urza. Urza's Tower, okay. We don't need a Moonsnare prototype. It's better just to tap it for an actual mana. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Spin it to win it. Spin it to win it. Shuffle up and whiff. Okay. Well, that's fine. We didn't want to play a card off that Urza. Urza number 2. Lord Protector, get a discount past the turn. I mean, at least they can't besiege you our Urzas. Clock's in the red, under 5 minutes. That might be relevant. We just need a Might Stone and Weak Stone. We're so close. And the Besiege to go away, or our opponent to tap down. Fable of the Mia Breaker. And ticks up. Opponent's not gonna miss their land drop rather than play the Besiege. Opponent passes. We draw Might Stone and Weak Stone. Moonsnare Prototype. Well, we're at the point in the game where that could be fine as removal, I think. We'll see. Step 1. Spin Urza. See if we can hit something better than a Metallic Rebuke this time. 5 mana. Shuffle it. Spin it to win it. And another legendary Urza. I mean, we could attack, but they get a free chump block. I mean, pass, I guess. Oh, these Urza spins have been so bad. These Urza spins have literally been the worst. 2 stone whiffs. Even lands are at least somewhat of a hit. Opponent gets to do Fable the Mirror Breaker stuff. But those were just 2 cards that we literally... I mean, I guess we could have played Urza Lord Protector, but being a second copy of a legend, it doesn't do anything. Discards Ragavan and Thoughtseize. Okay, Soul of Windgrace. No lands. Oh, we have an Urza Saga. That's okay. That's awkward. Soul of Windgrace actually been pretty good since we also have Urza Sagas. All right, we really need these Urza spins to be better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're getting close to being able to spin twice. Opponent taking up the run to 6. Goes attacking, makes a treasure. Yeah, we're gonna take it. We're not gonna risk losing something to a bolt. Token goes away. Untap. Draw. 1, 2. It can do it a 3rd time in a... One of these times we're gonna hit with this Urza. Spin it to win it. As per Sentinel, I mean, that is better than literally nothing. And it actually lets us spin a 2nd time. Opponent. Going to besiege you the Urza Saga. Sure. I mean, we still get to spin a 2nd time. Before the trigger resolves, so we can't even tap it for mana here. We get to play Moonsnare Prototype for free if we want to. Is it better than holding it for... That's probably... Yeah, let's get rid of this Ren. The Ren ultimating with this Goblin Token Treasures and double Fatal Push just gets us. Plus this Besiege is annoying, so... Wait till the draw step, so our opponent can't replay Ren this turn. This should put Ren Ultimate off the table, which is nice. Opponent can get in with Windgrace, but we're still at 16. Opponent's got to pick up the pace. Opponent's got 2 minutes, 37 seconds. I mean, this is kind of... We have 2 Urzas on the battlefield, and we're kind of winning with them, although this is not exactly what we were hoping for. Opponent Power Conduit, gonna combo with Urza Saga. Eventually, we're gonna find Might Stone and Weak Stone and flip Urza. I don't know who would win this game. Like, let's assume time is becoming an issue, but with this setup, so our opponent has Urza Saga shenanigans, which are very good. On the other hand, we sooner or later should find Urza Planeswalker, right? Like, it's gotta happen one of these days. Opponent attacks. We got another Lord Protector in hand, so at this point, I think it's worth blocking the Goblin. Oh, opponent, you gotta pick up the pace. I mean, they can just snake a Urza Saga. Urza Saga number 2. Yeah, solo Windgrace hitting any graveyard is kind of big. Takes our Urza Saga. These are both our Urza Sagas. Well, we will block the Goblin token. Take 5, down to 11. I guess we untap and spin some Urzas. Come on, Might Stone and Weak Stone. Let's see the meld. Let's see the meld. One time. Power. Ooh, we're accidentally going to Assembletron here. Well, tap, tap. Spin it to win it, spin it to win it. Urza. Ooh, Karn. Karn's actually pretty good. I think we just make a Karnstruct. We do need to not die. So make a Karnstruct and then... And let's spin one more time. Tap the Esper Sentinel, so in case we don't land, we can play it. Spin it to win it. Spin it to win it. All right, we hit a land. Artifact land. Pass the turn. Boy, where's our Might Stone and Weak Stones? 37 more spins. Actually, 33 more spins, right? We're guaranteed one. It's gotta happen. How about it? Makes a construct. And opponent has so many triggers. I think they're gonna time out here. Like, we're not gonna die this turn. And opponent's under a minute. I think our opponent just played too slow. Grows a construct. So even if they like Ren, get back Beseiju, blow up the construct, I still don't think we lose. Opponent gonna draw with Mishra's Research, gets a Thoughtseize. Why? Okay. Oh, did they put the Ren on the bottom? I wasn't even paying attention. I assumed they were just getting the Ren back, but apparently no. Opponent thought seizes pays the 1. Sees our Urza, and I think we got the timeout win. Oh, I wanted to find the Might Stone and Weak Stone. Well, our deck kept up with our opponent stealing all of our Urza Sagas. Like, it performed pretty well. We just could not quite find the meld, and opponent is going to run out of time. Glad we won, although disappointed we still didn't flip the Urza. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it eventually, though, I promise. We're gonna make it happen. Well, all right. A win's a win. A win's a win. Urza, real Tron. Sweet, sweet. Against the odds time, we are playing some Urza Tribal. All the Urzas. See if we can meld our new Urza, but with support of all the other Urzas. Probably our least impactful Urza, but it can still do things. And we got Urza's Mine. All we got to do is draw one of Urza's Tower and one of Urza's Power Plant, and we're in business. Well, let's see what our opponent's doing. They are a companion deck, Jingatha, Crag's Bloodstained Mire, Overgrown Tomb, and Witch's Oven. Well, in that case, Hallowed Fountain untapped, Portable Hole, the Witch's Oven. Yeah, this has got to be like an Asmore deck then, I assume. Mountain, Koraxa. What are we discarding? Probably Urza, I guess. It's a shame because we're an Urza deck, but I think it's got to be the right call here. Passes. Well, we do have a lot of portable holes. Let's play the Urza Saga. Pass the turn, leave up our counter. Bloodstained Maya. Cracks it. So opponent's just playing, I guess it's Jund Sacrifice? Grix. Yes. We don't want to deal with that. All right, so no Grist. That's good. We could use some action, though. I mean, I guess Urza Saga is kind of action. Take up Urza Saga. Well, go Urza's Sagas. Is there a way? So if we play Urza Saga, yeah, we got to wait a turn. All right, play Island. Pass the turn. This better not be Blood Moon. Mayhem Devil. Okay. Better than a Blood Moon. Better than a Blood Moon. Bloodstained Mire for our opponent. Well, we will make a construct. Untap. Make a construct. So it should make our stuff big enough that it can't get Mayhem Deviled right now, at least. Okay. Cracks Bloodstained Mire. Pings our face. Oh, do they have a lightning bolt or something? Blood Crypt untap down to 13. Okay, so opponent has a lightning bolt, but opponent's almost out of cards. So we make the construct, we lose our Urza Saga, Soul Guide Lantern, to get rid of the Kroxa. We get pinged. We play another Urza Saga, pass the turn. All right, this is a big turn. Can they kill this construct? And where are our Urzas? There's another, okay, Ragavan, sure, no dash, and last card. All right. Obnixilis. Well, that's annoying. So opponent's out of cards, but they do have 2 Obnixilises at the moment. Makes a devil, ticks up. We'll just take 2 for now. I mean, I think this is okay, though. Wow, this is definitely okay. Opponent gets in and hits us. We're going to take it. A little risky, but we drop to 10. Oh, big Urza. That's a big Urza. Okay. That's probably got to wait one more turn, though. What we got to do here is play a Portable Hole to get rid of the devil token. Play Adicarways, go to combat, kill the big Obnixilis, pass the turn, make a construct. Yeah, we'll discard Urza's Mine here, I think. Just gets Jingatha, plays a land. Well, here comes the constructs. Urza Saga, make a construct. Draw another Urza Saga, well, make a construct. Grab a Shadow Sphere, and Shadow Sphere should do it. I mean, this was definitely an Urza Saga style win, but a win's a win. Urza Saga number 3, and opponent, dud. Okay, so we didn't actually play a real Urza, we discarded an Urza. Prince of Krug did some things there. Not especially close to melding this game, but we did take down the sack deck. What do we want against this deck? Grafdigger's Cage, Soul Guide Lantern, Pithing Needle. How do we deal with Mayhem Devil is the question. Maybe we just got to bring in Paths? Go down a Liberator. Go down an Esper Sentinel. Go down an Urza's Command. Ether Spell Bomb? A metallic rebuke? Maybe something like that. Urza's Ruinous Blast could be interesting. Risky but interesting. Wait, Urza's Armor. If a source would deal damage to you, prevent one of that damage. Oh, that shuts down. You know what? We're doing it. It's finally time for our secret Urza attack. Good luck killing us now, Mayhem Devil. I didn't think the time would ever come, but here we are. All right, we'll go down one more metallic rebuke. Bring in the Urza's Armor. Oh, I'm so glad we found a matchup for it. I mean, I'm sure it's still probably horrible because it's 6 mana, but we got it in hand. Well, this is a Urza E-hand. We will keep Mishra's Bauble. Craxa takes a peek, trying to figure out if they should fetch. Answer is yes. Cracks a Bloodstained Mire. The risk of this hand is if we don't get to do Moonsnare prototype things. Okay, Cauldron Familiar. We could be kind of slow. Opponent gets to draw a card. We need lands, I guess? Or Urza's Sagas. That also works. Razor Tide Bridge go. We need to get to Urza Lord High Artificer. Okay, Cat Oven. Fully assembled. And also Alpine Moon. Naming Urza's Saga? How bad is that for us? Play the land. Play Moonsnare prototype. If we play Urza's Saga into Alpine Moon, does it die? I'm not 100% clear on this one. I'm assuming because of the Saga stuff, the answer is yes. And if it does, oh, we really need to draw another land then. Yeah, life without Urza's Saga gonna be a little harder. Gets in, hits us. Down to 16. Bloodstained Mire cracks it. Swamp. Is this Obnixilis? Grist, oh god. Well, this was a very good start for our sack opponent here. Grist makes an insect. We draw. This is bad. Well, okay, Urza's mine. Apparently, Alpine Moon does work exactly like Blood Moon with Urza Saga, so we can't play it. And our Tron lands here are kind of punishing us now. Opponent doing Cat Oven stuff. Yeah, our meme, we're close to assembling Tron, which I guess would let us play Urza's Armor, but our meme of playing one of each Tron land is really hurting our colored mana. Opponent hits us down to, I mean, at this point though, I think we're hoping just to draw the last Tron land and slam Urza's Armor. Opponent plays a land. Thoughts, oh, there goes our Urza's Armor. If we draw a blue source here, we kind of have a chance. This is the ultimate Urza's hand. It's gonna probably lose, but look at this. Double Lord High Artificer, double Lord Protector, Urza's Armor, Urza's Saga. None of it is castable at the moment, which is an issue, but look at that. If only we could have this hand on the battlefield, then we'd be in business. Yes, Alpine Moon is bad. I guess we gotta bring in Prismatic Ending. Takes Urza Lord High Artificer. Makes an insect. Mills. Oh my god, they double hit. The miracle double hit. Is this Obnixilis now? Jingoth, okay. Better than Obnixilis. Mana. Espersant? No. Oh, these Tron lands. I swear these Tron lands. Yeah, we're super dead. super dead. Well, pass the turn. Opponent does Cat Oven stuff. Well, we are trying to play Urza Tribal, but some non-Urza cards would have been helpful this matchup. Oh, I wanted to see the Urza's Armor. Look at young Urza, looking good before he got all old and raggedy. Opponent combat hits us for $1 million. We will take it. The price you pay for flavor. What do you got, opponent, other than Jingotha? I can't believe they double hit with a Haywire Might with their Grist deck. What are the odds? What are the odds? I mean, that is technically a land-ish. We're just dead though, right? It's too late to matter. So we can't play this. We're still a mana short of Urza's Armor, and our opponent can just kill Urza Lord Protector with Grist. So I don't think this actually does anything for us, but yeah, pass the turn. Opponent gonna sack the cat, get a food, sack the food, get a cat. Sure. Oh, I really want to see the Urza's Armor. It would actually been pretty good. It doesn't stop Cat Oven, but it does stop all these 1/1s and the cat beads. Opponent gonna kill Urza. Sacks the cat, kills the Urza. This was kind of a depressing game. Goes attacking, we take it. Are we dead now, opponent? Are we dead or do we gotta wait? Opponent, tap land. It's time. I think it's too late, but boom, Urza's Armor. Would have been so much better earlier. The problem is we still just get Cat Ovened out of the game. That's the issue. It does stop all these insects, but it does not stop the Cat Oven drain. Untaps. Sacks the cat, gets a food. We needed this like a turn earlier. Ultimate's Grist, and that does it. All right. Well, we did cast a couple of Urza cards. Let's bring in the prismatic endings too. Is Esper Sentinel even worth it? It might not be. Maybe we just go down all the counters. Yeah, let's do that. All the exile base removal, run it back, we're on the play. Can Urza take down a cat? The age-old question. If you put every Urza together in a deck, can they beat a single cat? Well, this hand, these Tron lands, I swear. I mean, we're gonna keep this. We really would like a white source of mana. We had to do it. We couldn't not play that, but right now I'm wishing it was a Plains. Island and Moonsnare prototype go. White source. Opponent, Verdant Catacombs. Cracks Verdant Catacombs. Blood Crypt, untapped. Ravenous Squirrel. All right, there's white mana, untapped land, and Portable Hole. Get rid of the squirrel, pass the turn. I mean, this lets us play Urzas. Well, you know what'd be sweet is if we just spun into Mightstone and Weakstone. Wow, that's the Alpine Moon plan's risky with the Urza Saga. All right, there's a Cauldron Familiar and there's a Saga. Well, Urza's mine. Urza Lord Protector, pass the turn. Opponent does cat oven stuff. Doesn't get the cat back though. All right, takes up Urza Saga. Well, come on, Mightstone and Weakstone. Or different Urzas. Or removal, I guess. That would also be okay. Oh, that's a lot of Urza Sagas. Okay, opponent might be out Urzaing us here. Opponent passes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Urza Prince of Krug. And a Razor. Okay, two Urzas. Where's our Mightstone and Weakstone? Pass the turn. Opponent. Big construct. Yeah, that's bad. Sacks the food, gets back the cat. Sacks the cat, gets the food. Do it again. Urza Sagas. Because our opponent played 2 Urza Sagas, though, they're not going to be able to make as many constructs as they wanted. What do they tutor up? Another Witch's Oven. Opponent makes another construct. That's pretty bad. And a Blood Crypt. Oh my god, do they also have Fatal Push? That is the blowout of the blowouts. Yeah, we're kind of dying here. Thoughtseize. Okay, takes the Urza. Gets in for 5. I mean, our game plan, I think, is to start copying this Portable Hole. Play a Tuara. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, tap 6. Oh, do we want to tap now, though? I think we got to do it while your opponent's tapped out. So tap Urza. Copy the Portable Hole. Get rid of a construct. Opponent sacks it. Makes a bunch of food. Opponent gets to do double cat oven. We cannot afford to really take any damage at this point because of these 2 Witch's Oven cats going on. So we have to make sure we do not take damage for literally the rest of the game. And if our opponent draws Mayhem Devil, we probably die. Because they can just tutor up a 3rd Witch's Oven now. That's so much damage. We need Graveyard Hate. Opponent floats, sacks. Witch's Oven part 3. We're in a fragile spot. I mean, Prince of Krug's doing work, though. If Prince of Krug dies, okay, kills that Urza, sure. Well, if they just have double removal, they win immediately. Oh, all right. So close, so close. Apparently, it's hard to meld Urza. Next time, I guess. Against the odds time, we are Urza tribaling in Modern, and we'll give this a shot. Only one, or well, kind of 2 if we count Saga, but we have the uncommon Urza. But we got a little bit of ramping with the prototypes. Karn, technically the Scion of Urza, counts. And we got a counterspell, which is good. So opponent, Seam Bets. I assume ships the turn at some point. We draw Adhikar Ways. Oh, well, I think technically we can play Karn next turn with these Moonsnare prototypes. So I think we just pass, leave up Metallic Rebuke, wait on the Urza Saga. If we Urza Saga this turn, we waste it if we play Karn next turn. Hopefully our opponent casts something and doesn't just leave up a counter. And then the Scion of Urza. Start making tokens, maybe, or drawing cards. Opponent, 3rd Path Iconoclast. Yeah, definitely countering that. 3rd Path Iconoclast, it's even better than I thought. This might be a Grinding Station combo, we'll see. There's, along with just being like a young Pyromancer, the fact that it makes artifacts has made it part of a new an update on the Grinding Station combo deck. All right, counter the Iconoclast. Opponent, gonna do some bobbling, and even more bobbling. All right, takes a peek at their own deck. Well, I mean, hopefully they don't have a Force of Negation, but I think we're just slamming a Karn here. Karn and start doing things. Opponent gets to draw a card. Well, Urza Saga. Yeah, prototype, tap a prototype, run out, Karn, sign up Urza. Gotta make sure we get the Urza in there. And, ooh, if we take it down, it gets bolted. Let's just take up first. If we take up this turn, we draw a card. Either a prototype or a spell bomb. And then next turn, if we take down for a construct, we're still at a bolt range. We don't really have, I mean, I guess we have Urza Saga, but that's all we really got going right now. I mean, Urza Power Stone Prodigy tries hard, but in the hierarchy of Urzas, it is pretty far down at the bottom is like a 3-mana looter that might make a Power Stone. So why does everyone have Urza Saga opponent? Well, can't stop that. Well, doubly glad we didn't make a construct because it just gets bounced, but they can bounce our Urza Saga here. Opponent cracks the bobble. I mean, they gotta bounce Saga, right? It's too tempting to pass up. It's like strip mine on a bounce land. Even if it's wrong, how can you say no to just like bounce your opponent's land, draw a card? Yeah, it's too tempting. Although I think there is an argument on waiting and bouncing a construct because they gotta assume we're gonna make constructs. But maybe with Saga and Karn, we make too many constructs. Well, opponent passes. They draw a card. We draw. That's an Urza, and they can't bounce it. I mean, we probably Saga, right? Are we gonna run out Urza? 4 toughness does help. 4 toughness means it's less likely that our opponent's gonna be able to kill it. Make the construct, get a threat. I mean, I think, yeah, play the Saga. I think do you want to play Urza, right? There's no reason not to. Like, you don't play Urza Tribal and then not play your Urzas when you draw them. Okay, let's do it. Oh, no, it doesn't work. I keep forgetting these only make colorless mana. Okay. Boom, boom. We do have to take a life. There we go. 3 mana. Urza Lord Protector. Come on, Might Stone and Weak Stone. Urza Saga. Opponent's construct's not going to be very big, though. Arid Mesa. Cracks Arid Mesa. Mountain. Emry. Free card draw every turn with the bobbles. Get some Mox Amber. Taking up the Teferi. Passes. Ooh, boy, another Urza Saga. Take down, get the bobble. This should make sure we get to kill Teferi. Like, even if our opponent has a bolt, we should still get to kill Teferi. We get to do that either way. Teferi. So even if our opponent kills the construct, okay, they kill the Urza. They could keep the Teferi alive, but they'd have to give up the Emry, and I think that's fine. So I let Teferi go. So I guess we Ether Spell Bomb, bounce the Emry. It's kind of expensive to replay here. And Emry is pretty important to our opponent's deck. So bounce the Emry, play the Saga, and here comes the constructs. Urza Strux. Urza Saga. I wonder what they have to tutor out outside of Bobbles and Mox Ambers. Makes a construct. Not as good as our constructs. Not enough Urzas, really, to power them up. Our opponent, that's our problem with our opponent's deck, just not enough Urzas. Okay, Springleaf Drum. Little extra mana. Emry again. Oh, another Saga. I mean, we're going to have a bunch of big constructs. There's the Emry. I mean, I guess we're just the aggro at this point, trying to kill our opponent before they can go infinite. Oh, so many Unholy Heats. That's slightly less constructs. Yeah, Unholy Heat's pretty good. Well, make another construct. What do we do with this Karn now? We really could use some Urzas. No disrespect, Power Stone Prodigy. All right, we draw land. We do Urza Saga-y things. Make a construct. I mean, maybe we still just construct them. Grab a Soul Guide Lantern. Soul Guide Lantern does shut down the combo. Get rid of, I think, Teferi. It doesn't really matter. They have so many card types in the graveyard. We're not going to shut off Unholy Heats at this point. Take down Karn. Make a construct. Play the land. I mean, this is a big board. We get to play the Moonsnare prototype, and now we get to make another construct. So basically, our opponent's got to be 4 7/7s, and they shouldn't be able to just combo us because we have the Soul Guide Lantern, so we should be hopefully good here. I'm gonna block. All right, so we don't need to make our construct now. Pass the turn. Opponent untaps. Urza Saga ticks up. We probably just wipe the graveyard. I think it's safe enough if they, yeah, so they're gonna try to get a Mox Amber. I think we just do it. Get rid of the graveyard. Opponent would need a pretty miraculous hand to combo from here this turn. So fizzle the Emry. Ooh, okay. Just makes a construct. Opponent wants in on the Urza action. Ours are just a tiny bit better though. We get to make 2 more of these. There's no way. I don't think our opponent can get out of this. All right, so end of turn. Wait. Oh. All right, opponent. Yeah, just runs out of Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, I think this has got to be our opponent giving up then, right? So opponent's completely tapped out. We get to Urza Saga, make a construct. For 7/7s. Untap. I mean, that's just lethal. Oh my god, another one. That's just lethal as it is, but we might as well make another one. All right, bonus scoops it up. Well, that went well. We didn't see many literal Urzas, although Karn Scion of Urza did prove its worth. All right, bring in combo hate, bring in some creature hate, run it like that. On to game number 2. We are on the draw. Let's get some Urzas going this game. Well, okay. Our only Urza is Urza Saga again, but this hand has a lot of good disruption for what our opponent's doing. Like, hard to pass up Graveyard Hate and removal and a counter spell against what our opponent's doing. The Urzas will come. Ooh, and our opponent is mulliganing to 4. Okay. Well, I mean, it doesn't take that many cards for our opponent to combo. So even with 4 cards, they could still combo. Steam Ends for our opponent. But 4 on the play that is rough. That is rough skis. Another portable hole. Sure. Well, we will run out our Moonsnare prototype. Moonsnare prototype's actually pretty good in this deck. Being able to tap like a portable hole for mana is pretty big, even if it is colorless mana. We kind of would like to draw another land at some point, would be helpful. Scalding Darn, cracks it, and Hallowed Fountain, sure. What are our opponent's 4 cards? Third Path Iconoclast, yeah. Kind of a combo. Free 1/1, got us. Well, we got double portable hole, which is nice. So his Iconoclast shouldn't be able to just go off. Not cracking the bobble, eh? We draw, ooh, big Urza. That would be a fun one to get down at some point. Well, play the Urza Saga. Okay, opponent, gonna crack. So I guess I want to see what we're gonna draw next turn for some reason. Well, portable hole. Get rid of the Iconoclast. Run out a Ether Spellbomb. Go. I would still just love to draw land. Draws with the bobble. Only 1 card in hand though. Starting with 4 cards is so tough. Flooded Strand. Cracks it. Sacred Foundry. Untap down to 14. Okay, another Iconoclast. Well, I mean, our opponent is putting up a fight for that big mulligan. They are really putting up a fight in Prismatic Ending. Ooh, oh no. Oh dear. Okay, we actually don't have enough removal to deal with all these Iconoclasts now. Are we gonna lose with our opponent on a Moldifor on the play? Oh my goodness. Oh, that would be not good. Can we draw land? Magic gods, can we draw land? Opponent gets in, hits us. If we draw land, we're not in the worst of shape. If we don't draw land, it's kind of sketchy. We draw Moonsnare prototype. Oh, that's kind of like a really slow land. Okay, how can we do this? Do we have to crack the Spellbound to draw a card just to try to hit a land? Opponent has 0 cards in hand. We can't just portable hole an Iconoclast. Let's see if we can find a land. Pithing Needle. All right, well, new. So portable hole. Get rid of the Iconoclast. Ooh, we're going to be down to 1 land next turn. Soul Guide Lantern. Get rid of Mishra's Bauble. We're making this look very hard, considering our opponent started with 4 cards. I mean, we can still make a construct, which will be pretty big. We might still be okay. There is some chance, though, if our opponent draws removal and we just do not draw lands, there is some chance that we actually just lose this. Combat hits us for 4 down to 12. We take it. And all right, nothing. We're drawing all of our hate cards. Opponent's not comboing against us, that's for sure, but can we survive the third pass Iconoclast beatdown? Well, we will grab a Shadow Sphere, I guess. Yeah, I mean, we only got 1 land, so that's all we're doing here. Well, it is going to be hard to play Urzas without lands. Wow, Underworld Breach, but is this just Underworld Breach to make a token? They don't have enough cards to escape anything. I guess I could have a fetch in hand, but then this is the least scary Underworld Breach I've ever seen. I think this literally is Underworld Breach, trigger my third path Iconoclast. Hey, you got it. When you mull the 4, you gotta piece it together any way you can. You gotta do what you gotta do. Underworld Breach resolves. Mox Amber makes a token. Also resolves. Okay, so opponent's just trying to, I guess their plan is jank us out with the tokens. The problem for our opponent, though, is the Shadow Sphere. Like, how do they beat the Shadow Sphere? This doesn't look ridiculous right now. Once we're gaining 6 plus a turn, I think this single construct just races all of these 1/1s. All right, can we draw land though? I don't want to win. I want to do something cool with Urzas, and the lack of lands is making that tricky. All right, we draw. Okay, we do get a land. I mean, play the land, play the moon snare prototype. Tap the portable hole, tap the land, equip the shadow sphere. Yeah, I mean, I guess we Grafdigger's Cage. All right, I mean, that's an 8/8 lifelinker. I guess this is just a testament to how absurd Urza Saga is. We're mana screwed. We're really like not being able to execute our game plan, but we made an 8/8. We made an 8/8 with an Urza Saga and gave it lifelink and trample, and we win. I mean, I guess our opponent could hit removal, but barring that, grinding station. Oh boy, I wonder if our opponent regrets. I guess it would have been a land short of going infinite. I was wondering if they would regret playing that Underworld Breach, because the combo is Breach, Grinding Station, Third Path Iconoclast. You can stack the tokens, mill 3. I guess you also need a 0-mana artifact in the graveyard, but in theory, maybe you mill into it, but you need like the Mox Amber or Bobble or something. Opponent, gonna mill some cards, but I think this is mostly over. Opponent definitely can't combo here. They did hit the artifact. Yeah, if they had one more mana and still that Underworld Breach, they might have got it. Well, okay. We'll take it. Dirty win, but still a win. Sweet. Against the odds time, we are Urza tribaling in Modern, and go Urza Sagas, I guess. Portable holes for days. We'll see if they do anything. Our opponent's presumably playing blue-white control. Presumably. Opponent wins Swept Teeth and passing. Well, okay. I mean, I guess our game plan is to go to town with Urza Sagas, get in with the Esper Sentinel. March of Otherworldly Light would be annoying. Opponent cracking the Windswept Teeth. I mean, this could be a creature deck. Not necessarily blue-white control. We'll see what land they get. Okay, it's most likely control of some kind. Come on, Urzas. Although, I mean, even though we don't have any real Urzas, Urza Saga X3... Are you paying the 1? Urza Saga X3 could theoretically just win games. Opponent, Flooded Strand passes. Well, here comes the constructs. Ooh, another Esper Sentinel, but I think we gotta wait now. All right, so take up Urza Saga, add a Carwaste, pass the turn, start doing Urza Saga-y things. Opponent cracks the Flooded Strand. Breeding Pool, okay. Ren, sure. How does our opponent avoid getting wrecked by constructs, though? Flooded Strand, opponent, passing. Well, 1/2, make a construct, untap. 1/2, make a construct, tutor out. Oh, opponent's got something. Grabs an island. Dress down to kill both of our constructs. That's a blowout. Okay. Springleaf Drum. Play a Jano. Portable Hold to get rid of the Ren. Pass the turn. I mean, that was not great. Dress down is a huge blowout when all we draw is Urza Saga's Misty Rainforest. Opponent, is this Big Teferi? Big Teferi, make a scoop. Opponent, Big Teferi, make a scoop. Gonna draw some cards. Okay, I not feeling good about getting out of this one. Opponent, untap some lands. We draw another Mightstone and Weakstone. Well, play the land, which is Urza Saga. Play an Esper Sentinel. Pass the turn. Procedures to get back the run. Not feeling good about where we're at. Opponent untaps. Where's the Urzas? Opponent takes up Ren, gets back Beseju, gets to do this forever, draws with Teferi. Apparently our deck struggles against decks that are just a pile of the most expensive and busted cards in the format. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that our Against the Odds deck has a hard time with decks that just play all the most expensive broken cards with no regards to synergy, prismatic ending, pays the 1. I mean, I think we're to the concede part of this game, in all honesty. Urza Saga doesn't do anything. Teferi means we never resolve anything, and I might get yelled at, but it's worth it. I will accept the yelling to not sit through this. Yell away, friends, yell away. Pithing Needle seems good. Soul Guide Lantern, probably not. Urza's Armor? I mean, that might literally be it. We could bring in a Spellskite, I guess. How do we beat a control deck like this? Well, go Urzas. Go Urzas. We get to play first. Where's our Urzas? We've been light on Urzas, I will say. Well, we got an Urza and a Metallic Rebuke. Not much else, though. Oh, so opponent plays literally 0 for their Kahira. One of the companions that has not been banned yet, unfortunately. Kahira should be banned. I think this is probably one of the worst designs Wizards has ever made. I think the fact that you make a Lord for all these janky tribes and the card is almost exclusively played in creature-free decks, I think that's a pretty good sign that you done messed up, Watsy. All right, Moonsnare prototype, go. Yeah, I really hate that about Kahira. I know Wizards, they didn't want to have they wanted all the companion restrictions to be easily verifiable. I mean, I guess makes sense. However, the fact that your Nightmare, Elemental Cat, Dinosaur, Beast Lord companion is almost only played in no creature to fairy control decks is kind of a travesty. Opponent gonna try to Ren. We are going to try to counter. You know what? Do we even counter the Ren? I mean, we'll just portable hold the Ren. I think that's better. And save our counter for like a Teferi. Getting back to Flooded Strand. Going to pass the turn. Take up Urza Saga. Snug Over Plains. Portable hole. Get rid of the Ren. Pass the turn. As much as I'd like to run out Urza here, I think we gotta wait. Besiege you to get back the Ren. Okay, I mean, this does give us a land. Opponent gets back the Beseiju. Hollowed Fountain tapped. Well, okay. Now we need to make sure we can kill this Ren with our constructs. All right, so make a construct, untap. Ooh, Urza would be so good, but I think we need to make a construct. Let's just get the Springleaf Drum for now. Kill the Ren. We can't have this Beseiju coming down every turn. That'll get us. Play a Tuara, play another Moonsnare prototype. We still have up Metallic Rebuke, pass the turn. Planeswalker 1 down, and we also have some big constructs. Not quite lethal constructs, but if we can get in a couple of turns, I mean, I guess they can kill one with Beseiju, but if they kill one with Beseiju, at least we get another land. All right, we untap. Another Urza Saga. Play Urza Saga. Yeah, let's go attacking, see what our opponent does. Wow, opponent's gonna take 10? Okay. Yeah, I think we play Karn. Scion of Urza. It is an Urza card. Opponent's going to Archmage Charm, while we are going to Metallic Rebuke the Archmage Charm. Comes down. I think we take down for now. We basically want to force our opponent to have to Wrath here. And now we get to untap with Karn and Urza. Omnath. Okay. Well, we'll see how bad this is. Draws a card. Fetch land. So going to go up to 11. And gets to make a bunch of mana, so free Omnath. What can they do with that bunch of mana? They need to do something, though. We still, technically, right now, are presenting lethal. Kahira. Oh, Kahira and then Beseiju, I guess? I don't think we can get our stuff quite big enough to win. Unless we top deck something. We'll get a Hollowed Fountain. We do force our opponent to chump. That's something. Jano. Tick up Urza Saga. Yeah, let's tick up. Esper Sentinel in an artifact land. Play the artifact land. Grow the constructs. Go to combat. Opponent Solitudes. Okay. So this does let our opponent untap with Omnath again. Oh my goodness. Pitching the Kahira. Yeah, that is the most common use from this companion lord. Opponent, are we taking 5? Looks like yes. So it seems like our opponent's mostly just planning on winning with Omnath value. We'll see if it works. Opponent untaps. So this is what, 2? All right, tap this and this. Ajano the Omnath. Opponent's going to draw a couple cards. How do they win, though? How do they stay alive? Okay. Apparently there is a way that we can beat Teferis and Rens and Solitudes and Omnaths, the literal money pile. And that is, it is an Urza card, but that was mostly Urza Saga rather than some of the other Urzas. All right, portable hole out, Path to Exiles in. Portable hole's not horrible. Maybe we keep 3. Like, getting rid of Ren is relevant, and they could have Ragavans. Ragavan is a money pile card. All right, run it like that. Come on, Urzas, take down the control deck. We'll try this. Feels more good than great, but we'll see. Yeah, Razortide Bridge, go. Opponent, Scalding Tarn cracks. It looks like a early Ren, which is an issue. Opponent, Gonna make sure they hit their land drops forever. Gets back a land, passes. Well, play Urza Saga, play Shadow Sphere, play Springleaf Drum, pass the turn. Scalding Tarn. Is this Teferi 2? If this is Teferi 2, then what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? Opponent gets back the land. Oh, and life is over. Teferi bounces the Urza Saga. Well, bounces the bridge, okay. Well, we take up the Urza Saga, although we can't actually do anything with it. We will play a Pithing Needle named Wren, play the bridge, pass the turn. This is a ridiculous blowout. Opponent takes up Teferi. We don't even get to activate this Urza Saga a single time. Oh, come on now. Teferi time, Raveler. I'm gonna bounce the bridge again. So we're gonna have 0 land cards on the battlefield here. Gets a plains. Well, no Urzas this time. Game 2 went so well, but I mean, I guess it's unrealistic that nothing even to tutor up. Yeah, fair enough. Well, that was disappointing. Against the odds time, we are, probably mulliganing. We're playing some Urza Tribal in Modern, and, well, okay. I mean, we technically have an Urza. Not our best Urza, but we'll keep this. We'll just put a Adhikar Waste to the bottom. I mean, apart from not really being able to do our Urza shenanigans, this hand's not horrible. Maybe Power Stone Prodigy is the truth and we just didn't know it. Stomping Grounds for our opponent. And Ragavan. Well, we have an answer for that. We have an answer. Ooh, and a Saga. All right, well, Portable Hole. Not going to let Ragavan do Ragavan things. And go. Esper Sentinel's great, but it's pretty bad against Wrenn in 6. And our opponent could definitely have Wrenn in 6. If they go Wrenn in 6, then we probably Urza Saga. Yep. All right, well, Esper Sentinel's not doing anything for a bit. Opponent gets back a land. Another Portable Hole would be fine. Ooh, big Urza. Yeah, Urza Saga. No point in running out Esper Sentinel to its inevitable death. Opponent Windswept Heath cracks it. And, ooh, Plains, okay. So Naya Landfall, maybe? Oh, okay. Well, this is a quick one. Yeah, I think we actually can just scoop here. Do we draw an island? Well, I mean, if we're gonna lose brutally, I guess it might as well be to Blood Moon. Well, I guess Karn is a reason enough to stick around for a minute, but the odds of winning this game are very close to nil. Oh, okay, sure. So while we know what our opponent's doing, which is playing 3-color Blood Moon land destruction, well, I guess we hope they don't have it. Well, go up the Springleaf Drum, go down the Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, Blood Moon's a real problem. I guess we could try to Prismatic Ending, but that's... I mean, it's probably better than Battle Thopter here. We do have Metallic Rebuke. Probably go down a Portable Hole. Try it like that, but yeah, Blood Moon's really good against us. Really, really good. All right, I mean, we will keep this. We'll keep this because we can Metallic Rebuke a Blood Moon. Also, Esper Sentinel. Better with this hand than the last one. We do need to draw land, though. And we even have an Urza if we can get to it. Adhikar Waste and Esper Sentinel. One of the downsides of not playing a fetch land mana base is we can't just fetch out Opponent, Stomping Grounds, Ragavan. We can't just fetch out basics, is what I was trying to say. Land. All right, basic land's pretty good. So now we can get rid of Ragavan. Get in for 1. I don't know if we can run out Urza next turn, though. And passes. Plains actually makes our life a bit easier. Maybe we just keep waiting on the Saga? Actually, you know what? Play the Saga. Get in with Esper Sentinel. If our opponent tries to play Blood Moon, yeah, this is a incredibly greedy Blood Moon mana base. I've played a few Blood Moons in my day, and whoo, Buried Ruin, Stomping Grounds. Maybe Blood Moon's good for us at this point. We would lose our Saga, but opponent passes. Shadow Sphere, take up Urza Saga. Play the land, play Urza, play Shadow Sphere. Hit you for 1. Pass the turn. So we can still Metallic Rebuke, thanks to Urza. Fury. Well, I mean, we can also Metallic Rebuke that. Oh, and opponent scoops it up. Okay, we survived. I mean, we survived because our opponent got a little mana screwed and we do our basics, but actually, do we want Spell Skite? Spell Skite can eat a land destruction spell. We are on the draw this game, which probably means Portable Hole's got to come back in. Maybe we would only Ether Spell Bomb? Urza's Command for Spell Skite? Let's try that. I mean, that didn't go badly. We got an Urza on the battlefield, which it did things. Our Urza did do things. Good news is we can answer Ragavan. Bad news is Blood Moon's still a concern. I guess getting down an Urza would give us blue mana even through a Blood Moon. We will keep. What if else cracks it? Ragavan. Ooh, another Mightstone and Weakstone. I mean, I guess the good news about Mightstone and Weakstone is we can play it through Blood Moon if our lands don't get blown up. We really need to get this Urza down. That's the big win. I don't know if we can do it though. Another Mightstone and Weakstone. Well, Razortide Bridge and Moonsnare Prototype. This is a huge turn. If our opponent Blood Moons us here, life is kind of sad. If we get one more turn to get Urza down, then I think we can survive a Blood Moon, mostly. All right, we get the Urza down by the looks. Land 1, 2, 3, and tap a Portable Hole, run out an Urza, pass the turn. I think we're going to hold on to Moonsnare Prototype. That could bounce a Blood Moon, which might be relevant. Opponent, Temple Garden. Are you Blood Mooning us? I mean, with Urza, we don't care too much about land destruction because we can just tap our stuff for mana and cast the Mightstone a Weakstone. Opponent's been good at missing land drops. Okay, well, there goes our Urza. That's not great. Now, I kind of wish we had played our Mightstone or Weakstone. Interesting. Well, I mean, killing the Construct, kind of a surprise. Actually, kind of a big surprise. Ooh, more Urzas. Okay, so tap an artifact, Mightstone and Weakstone, draw 2, and more Mightstone and Weakstones. Tap an artifact, Moonsnare Prototype, get in for 1. Boom. Well, I think we can survive a Blood Moon here. I mean, if our opponent's just passing, we can do whatever we want here. Well, tap this, tap this. Mightstone and Weakstone number 2. We really want Meld Urza. This would be a game that we could actually probably meld. Draw 2. 5 mana, Mightstone and Weakstone. 5 mana draw 2s. Modern All-Star, 5 mana draw 2 here. Can we find Meld Urza? No. Razortide Bridge. Get in for 1. Stomping Grounds untapped. Chandra. I mean, this is kind of fine. We have Urzas for literal days here. Kills the Urza. Passes. Urza. Make a construct. Spin Urza. 3 mana Urza, please. Add a car waste. Play it. Esper Sentinel. Does Blood Moon still get us here? Blood Moon plus Urza removal. Pillage? I mean, they kind of have to deal with this construct. We have played a lot of Mightstone and Weakstones. Oh, we can't find Meld Urza. If we ever find Meld Urza, we can just meld immediately, which would be sweet. I want to see the Planeswalker. Keep hoping that Big Urza is going to spin into it. Is this even Big Urza anymore? Probably isn't. Shouldn't Mightstone and Weakstone be able to meld with Lord High Artificer? Like, flavor-wise. I mean, they got to deal with the construct. Okay, Pillage is a construct. Are they paying the 1? No. Okay. Takes up for mana, Blood Moons, and Pillages Mightstone or Weakstone. Okay. We go to combat. We kill Chandra. Tap some artifacts. Mightstone and Weakstone. Draw 2. Come on. Not the right Urza. In that case, Urza's Saga into Little Urza. Power Stone Prodigy. Pass the turn. There's the Blood Moon. Is our opponent paying the 1? Yes. So that kills our Urza Saga. Okay, sure. I think we can still do it if we find the Urza. We need to find the Urza. Metallic Rebuke. Well, loot with Urza. Discard Portable Hole. Make a Power Stone. Spin Urza. Into Bridge. Okay. I'll play the Bridge. Go to combat. Hit you for 2. We do have to defend this Urza. Because if we lose this Urza, we no longer have blue mana. Wow, where's it? We're halfway through our deck almost. And we cannot find Urza Lord Protector. Ooh, Urza Lord Protector? Esper Sentinel. Tap, tap. Metallic Rebuke. Counter the Karn. Urza. Urza. Come on, deck. Add a car waste. Loot. Discard Esper Sentinel, make a Power Stone. Lord High Artificer, spin it to win it. Actually, this is a bad idea. New plan. We got red mana now, so Prismatic Ending, get rid of the Blood Moon. This makes more sense. Urza, spin it. Springleaf Drum, okay. Karn, tick it up. Can we find this Urza? There it is. There it is. There it is for next turn. There it is for next turn. We might have made it. We could have made a construct and went for lethal, but we're so close to melding. We're so close to melding. Opponent. Karn, the Great Creator. Wow, we have Fultron. Actually, this should still work, right? If they get a Pithing Needle to shut down Urza, that doesn't work because it's a mana ability. I think we get to meld. I think we actually get to meld. Pithing Needle. Because worst case, oh, they can shut down the Karn. We can use a Twara to bounce something. I think we get to do it. I think we get to do it. I think we have Urzatron. We have Urzatron in hand, and we're going to have 3 Urzas on the battlefield. Names Urza Planeswalker. Okay, so they're going to let us meld. We have many answers to that. Tick down. Grab Meld Urza. Oh, Karn is so obnoxious. 1, 2, 3. Play Meld Urza. Atwara. Bounce Karn. Meld Urza. Prismatic Ending. Get rid of the Pithing Needle. We finally get to Urza. Loot. Discard a land. Bonus gives it up. We did it. We did it. The ultimate Urza win. We were the new rare Urza short, but Urza plus Meld Urza plus Urza's Tron plus Urza's Saga. That is the ultimate Urza win. We did it. We did it. I mean, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. All right, Urza power. Sweet. So what did we learn this week about Urza Tribal in Modern? And overall, we went 3-3 with the deck, which isn't actually that bad. 2-3 in a league, 1 2-player match added in. Our other loss that you didn't see was kind of just a mana screw loss where we just got stuck on 3 lands, never got to cast anything, never did anything really exciting, and got scape shifted out of the game with Valakits and all that stuff. So the deck, on one hand, it didn't work that poorly. On the other hand, it is really hard to make the meld plan work. I think if your only goal is to Urza Lord Protector in Might Stone and Weak Stone, probably the way to do that most often is just play hardcore blue-white control play to vary Hero of Dominaria, to vary Time Raveler, Counterspell, Cryptic Command, Archmage's Charm, all the removal, all the rest, and just try to grind your opponent into submission. The problem is, if you're doing that, sure, you're technically winning with the Urza meld, but really, you could replace that with anything. You could throw in Teferi Hero of Dominaria. You could finish the game with that, or Shark Typhoon. So it's not like it's doing anything unique. This deck, we only managed to actually meld Urza once, but we did see Urza cards kind of go off. We saw Urza Lord High Artificer flipping. We got to loot with Uncommon Urza. We got to pump things and make copies of things with Urza Prince of Krug. And then our other Urza cards weren't that bad either. Urza's Command did some stuff. But really, the big takeaway is Urza Saga is absolutely insanely busted, to the point where I actually kind of felt bad about it. Urza Saga is so strong that I feel like it kind of overshadows the other Urzas. The good news is that means we actually have a chance to win games sometimes, because Urza Saga, on occasion, we just play it and make 2 constructs and tutor up something, and our opponent can't deal with it and it wins the game. But I did feel a little bit bad that card is just so far above all the other Urzas that sometimes it's right just to make constructs or Urza structs or whatever you want to call them, rather than casting literal Urza. So I don't think we should not play Urza Saga, especially in this deck where we're playing literally every Urza's card possible. We're playing Urza's Armor. We got Urza's Armor on the sideboard, and Urza's Silex, and Liberator, Urza's Battlethopter. We got the Uncommon Urza. So it'd be weird to exclude Urza Saga, but I did feel a little bad that some of our wins and some of our best games did kind of just come from Urza Saga going off rather than our other Urzas going off. So overall, the deck didn't feel bad considering its super strict flavor requirements. And then we got every Urza possible. We did some sweet things. We finally did see the meld and get 3 Urzas on the battlefield, literal Urzatron on the battlefield. Never assembled Tron itself, but really, Tron was more for flavor purposes anyway. The odds of drawing these 3 one-of lands at the same time in the same game in a format as fast as Modern, not extremely high, but I think it's still worth it for flavor. So anyway, that is Urza Tribal. Gotta say, it worked better than I expected, even though 3-3 overall is not a busted record or anything, and most of that was Urza Saga just being an absurd card, but 3-3 is not bad. So that's Urza's Tribal. That's been our Against the Odds for this week. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.